I can't believe I have been absorbed by this goddamn fandom again. Okay, anyway. Hi, I'm pop-punk&pixels, and I've been binging Undertale, and especially Deltarune content, for the last few weeks, and my brain will explode if I don't put this out anywhere, so... I will not go over every detail, because I think a lot of people have already talked about these things, and I'm just here to throw in some stuff. If you're watching this, the chances are also relatively high that you've already watched your fair share of Undertale and Deltarune videos, so... I got a goddamn tension headache from doing this, but who cares? You're here for the content! Will Gaster be in Deltarune? And if yes, will he be important? Now, to speculate around that question, we'll first have to do some analysis. AKA, we need to predict the outline of the next chapters, so we can see where the Gaster puzzle part fits. This is a problem because with only 2 chapters out, we can't tell how different the chapters will be from each other. Because imagine this, you have a graph, and you have 2 points, which are 2 chapters, and you know the line goes this, but we don't know if the line goes this, we also have to know if the line goes straight, or if it's gonna just be, you know... Because from what I can tell from the last chapters, the focus is gonna be emotional and, focused on the characters. With that, I mean, in the first chapter, we play as Chris, and the new character we get is Susie, and we kind of established the whole thing with Ralse, Chris, and Susie as a trio. We get introduced to the fountains and the new battle system. It's basically the prologue and the true demo. In the second chapter, we get Noelle and Birdley. The chapter also further establishes the concept of fountains and, a chapter concept, like, new dog fountain, new characters learn something, and then it ends. But we can't tell if this will happen every episode yet, because maybe we're just gonna stick with Noelle, because she still has a lot of stuff to uncover with her dad, and also with Susie. Not so much with Birdley, because we weren't even able to play him. He was just like Queen's puppet and then learned something, and I didn't really see the need to do much more with them. The only thing that this shows us is that the story of Deltarune is focused on character growth and friendship. I don't think that the whole thing will derail into a story about Undertale, Deltarune, Gaster Metaverse, so I don't think that if he's gonna make an appearance, it's gonna be a major role. Also, for someone like Gaster to have a major role, he would need to be established first, and that would take a while. What if he's already being established, we just don't know it's him yet? Well, first of all, if the game reveals tonight, then it will be a major story point, and it will probably be someone more emotionally connected to the characters than Gaster. Again, like, the core of the story won't change into a whole meta thing. Also, imagine casual players playing Deltarune, and the night is revealed to be Gaster, they'd just be like, huh? What the heck? Also, we assume that he is the creator of the game, then he would already have a role, even though his appearance wouldn't be visible. But that brings me to the next part of the video. Now I have talked a whole bunch why Gaster being a visible character in Deltarune is bullshit. Now I will go over the reasons why there's still a chance for him to be in the game and how I think he fits into the game. I will now list some of the possible connections in Deltarune and add what I think. Not all of them, because there are enough videos about the whole Gaster hints. First of all, there's somewhat the understanding that Gaster is the creator of Deltarune, or is at least the person who gave us the game or something, since he famously writes in all caps, like in entry 17, and before Deltarune was released, Toby's Twitter account changed, and it kind of was reminiscent of the entry 17 things. Also in the intro, first of all, in the code it's called Goner Maker, and Goner is very important to the whole Gaster theory. And in the intro, there are parts of the Gaster theme. I don't know why people think it's connected to Gaster. Maybe because the person who gives you the egg in the game is Gaster. People think that. I don't know. I just think it's like kind of wonky Toby stuff, and okay, I do need to add here that I do get the connection between the tree, the egg, and Gaster. I just don't think that it's him behind the tree, and it's not one of the weirdest things that are happening. The secret bosses. Now this one is a little more interesting. So what do we know about the secret bosses? Jevil and Spanton are both insane and more aware of their situation in the game. There are hints that people and that someone mysterious has talked to them about it. There will probably be a secret boss every chapter. I thought about Gaster being the last boss, but he just seems too big to appear as that, and I don't think he's evil. My theory is that My theory is that if he was the person speaking to Jevil and Spanton, then that he had some other motives behind it. The bunker. There's one place that is very suspicious. When you walk down a path in the game, we get to this bunker thingy, and this has been connected to Gaster by speeding up the ominous noises in the background by 666%, and it turns into Muse_smile, which is also very heavily connected because it's the entry 17 noise. Music references. Well, Toby basically wrote 5 songs for both games and went at it with the chainsaw and duct tape to create the rest, so I still think that the light motifs need to mean something, and I don't think that every variation of Muse_smile is connected to Gaster, but when that shit plays while I'm trying to call Toriel to pick me up from this creepy looking place, and instead get greeted by this abomination of a sound, and I just ran through the intro with an all caps speaking something that doesn't let me type in Gaster, and I hear the same notes of the Gaster theme. Yeah, that kind of means something, doesn't it? Back to the bunker, I don't think that he's trapped in there or something. Why would he be trapped in what I believe is to be his own experiment? Well, I could brew up a bunch of theories about this. We don't even know if we're gonna see what's behind it. Maybe it's a fountain, maybe it's something bigger story related, like, I don't know, some ultra fountain. Maybe it's just one of those hints, you know what I mean? Chris, what the hell are we talking about? Now I finally come up to the part where I just yab out my conclusion and some perspective. Because I want to ask you something. Is it really realistic that Gaster is gonna play a bigger role in any game? I believe he's past that point. I view Gaster as more of a tool for Toby to do things like make his fanbase go absolutely crazy by just putting an egg in the game, or completely deform certain sounds. Okay, I know I'm walking on thin ice here. It just doesn't seem to fit anywhere. And yes, Gaster may be a crazy scientist who has fallen into his own creation and got lost across time and space, hidden somewhere in the code, making crazy experiments in the form of games and driving characters inside the game's game insane. What was that? But he isn't gonna appear. Well, Maybe the real Gaster is the tiny pieces we made along the way. I mean, does this mysterious Gaster even have a physical form anymore? The Gaster follower holding a piece of Gaster. The egg? The fun values? The music file? Oh god, he's everywhere and everything. Okay, I need to bring this to a conclusion. My brain is melting like ice cap in Hotland. My conclusion. Gaster is not someone made to appear in obvious sight. He is, however, the best fucking mystery that Toby Fox has ever made. And if he does appear, I hope that it will do him justice, and I don't want to see him as a meme or a bad guy. Which is what he has grown into for most of the internet. Deltarune is a story about Chris, Susie, Ralsei. The dark fountains are metaphors for their life, and that is the core of the game, not Gaster. Okay, thanks for watching.